This hero has just killed the Demon King and saved the world from monsters. But in return, he didn't get any praises or a peaceful life. He was betrayed by his own people and marked as a traitor. In the end, he was executed. But before dying, he said that he will kill everyone who betrayed him. In the next moment, he was in front of Goddess. The Goddess is the goddess of love, who loves Raul so much that she's ready to do anything for him. So he asked her to send him back if she loves him. Meanwhile on Earth, the princess, who executed Raul, is beating her servant very brutally just because she didn't like her dress. The night girl was standing there thinking about how 1 month ago, the soldiers protecting the gate died mysteriously. She reports to the princess to not go out for her marriage parade in this situation because many people are dying of diseases this month, and gate soldiers have also been annihilated. But the princess doesn't care about her people. She called her people filth and refused to cancel her parade. She said that if she even get a scratch on her skin, she will execute her and all the soldiers that are under her. And the knight just blushed. She loves princesses so much that she is ready to do anything for her, even if it means killing innocent people or her own soldiers. With that, Princess went out for a parade with her future husband. Even though the princess doesn't love him, she is marrying him just to bear a child, so she could make him king and take over the empire. The guy Princess used to love is Raul the hero. She loved his gaze so much that she wanted to grape him without wasting a moment. But Raul refuses her proposal because he doesn't like her. Just for that reason, she made Raul a traitor and executed him. Now we learn that the princess's name is Victoria, and the night girl name is Sandra. When Victoria reached the stage to get God's prayer, she had to wave hands to her people. She is doing this not because she loves them, she's just thinking of them as a meat shield and waving her hand. While the priest was praying for Victoria's happy married life, she heard a very familiar voice which scared her to the core. With that, Raul reveals himself with an evil laugh and says that he's returned to take his revenge. When Raul was with the goddess, she offered him to stay with her for eternity in heaven. But he refused and said that first he will purge all evil from Earth, then he'll be happy. In the end, the goddess had to unseal Raul's full powers and send him back to Earth. When first Raul appeared in front of the goddess, she sealed almost all of his powers and then sent him to Earth as a hero. But now Raul wants all his powers unsealed to get his revenge. With that, he returned to Earth. And the first thing he did after returning was to annihilate all the gatekeepers. Now after 1 month, Raul is standing in front of Victoria. Both Victoria and Sandra are refusing to believe that this is real hero Raul and calls him a fake. But Raul doesn't bother talking to them and immediately grabs Victoria from her hair. When Sandra was about to move forward to stop him, he popped the heads of many of her soldiers in an instant. Seeing the situation, all the people started running away in panic. But Raul stopped them. He asked them to not go before seeing the masterpiece that he'll prepare in front of them. Meanwhile, Victoria's soon-to-be husband was so scared that he peed his pants calling for his mom. When Raul saw him, he used his magic and forced the guy to hold Victoria. With that, Raul said that the blood wasn't looking good on her clothes and tore her clothes apart in front of everyone. Victoria still hasn't understood her situation completely. She asked Raul to not touch her if he doesn't want to go through the experience of dying once more. She asked Raul to kneel and apologize to her if he wanted to survive. I think she is really dumb. Suddenly, Sandra shouted from behind, asking Raul to fight them honorably. Hearing that, Raul decided to remind her how they captured him to execute him. When Raul was about to leave for Demon King's subjugation, he said goodbye to the people of the village he loved the most. After he successfully defeated the Demon King, the princess ordered her knights to kill all the village people and capture the hero. Hearing the story, Sandra refused to admit that she committed a crime. She just said that it was the princess's order, so it wasn't a crime. She said out loud that the princess was the one who ordered her to execute all of the village's people. Even though she wanted to say it in a low voice, Raul amplified her voice with magic, because of which everyone who was present there heard about their princess's true nature. Victoria got really angry because her personal knights revealed all her wrongdoings. Suddenly, Sandra moved and punched the princess on her face. Raul didn't stop there. With his magic, he forced Sandra to hit Victoria again and again and ruined her beautiful face. With that, Raul has finally decided to move on to the final stage. He is now going to punish Victoria for killing his sister. Just before the Raul left for Demon King's subjugation, he met her pregnant sister and said goodbye to her. When he returned, he was immediately captured by the princess to get executed. Before killing him, The princess shows him something to make his death more painful. She showed him his sister, pierced by many swords and dead on the ground of the church. Now, for the finale, what Raoul did is to destroy Victoria's internal organs, so she will never be able to bear a child in the future. While doing that, Raoul suppressed his anger as much as he could to not kill her this fast. Victoria still hasn't lost her pride and asked Raoul to apologize. She said that he was just her tool, who completed his work and should have died. Raoul didn't say anything and was about to leave, saying that today's performance is over. He said that he will return again when her beautiful face returns to normal. After that, Raoul came to the church where his sister died to say hello to her. He said that he has already killed the priest who sold her. The priest's name was Gusaf. Raoul said that he exposed his true nature in front of everyone and then killed him brutally. With that, the first act is completed, and now it's time for the second act. Meanwhile, the princess was brutally beating Sandra for not protecting her properly. She said that if she was under control, she should have cut her legs to protect her. Before leaving the cell, Victoria asked the guard to keep on beating Sandra with no rest. In the forest, a guy was hurrying somewhere to deliver a secret message from the princess. This message is for the guy who is strong enough to cross swords with the hero. But right there, he was ambushed by some goblins and was about to die. He was so close to getting killed when a guy appeared and saved her. This man is the strongest swordsman in the kingdom, who is considered strong enough to fight against hero Raoul. After some time, the swordsman was in his house with his family eating food. He said to his family that he will depart today for the kingdom to kill hero Raoul. But before he left, he had one final and very special dish to eat. When the dish came in, 2 kids said that they also wanted to take a bite. But he refused, saying that they should hunt their own prey. He said that he has hunted this one today. Do you guys understand what this means? It means he killed the messenger and is now eating him. When the swordsman left, both kids asked him to bring back the hero's head for them. In the next moment, to practice hunting, both kids started hunting a little poor animal. But while they were doing that, Raoul appeared behind them and said, "Let me also join your game." Then, Raoul tied both of them up and forced the servants of the house to dig the ground. Everyone dug random places until one guy found bones of a human. Raoul didn't let him stop and asked him to dig more, because hundreds of people got killed in this house. After some digging, they even found the bones and head of the poor messenger who just came to deliver a message but was cooked in the process. These kids who were tied up aren't scared. They get up with a smile and say that once their father returns, he will kill Raoul. It turns out that they have already called the swordsman back and told him the situation, so he'll be here at any moment. The real reason why the kids were happy is that their mother is preparing to shoot a very deadly arrow at the hero. But before the arrow reached him, it deflected and pierced the mother. Mother started crying on the ground in pain, and in the end died brutally. Now the kids are crying and scared. Raoul said that he will make kids fulfill their duty before the father returns. Meanwhile, in the forest, the swordsman hasn't received any message and is just resting a little. Suddenly, the messenger who he just killed yesterday appeared in front of him and said that the hero Raoul is waiting for him at his house. On the other hand, Raoul has already killed all the servants and is just waiting for the swordsman to return. Right then, the swordsman finally arrived there. Raoul has already prepared a masterpiece for him. Just look at this. He reveals that he wasn't the one who did this, but swordsman kids did this to their mother. Raoul forced them to prepare this masterpiece. Immediately, the swordsman started attacking Raoul, asking him about the location of his sons. Raoul answered that his sons are safe, and asked him if this scene reminds him of Raoul's home village. When Raoul was just a child, he used to live with his mother and sister happily. One day, when Raoul and his sister, who was out of the village for some time, returned to the village, they saw that it's completely destroyed. There, the swordsman arrived and apologized for being late. At this moment, Raoul showed the signs of being a hero and was taken in by the castle to fight against demons. Hearing the story, Swordsman revealed something more. He revealed that he was the one who attacked the village and also cooked his mother and ate her. But Raoul didn't care because he already knew the whole story. With that, Swordsman run to attack him, thinking that he's a match for almighty Raoul. After a round of some hardcore beating, the swordsman was becoming mentally unstable. He couldn't accept the fact that he, the strongest in the kingdom, is getting humiliated by Raoul. After playing around a little, Raoul destroyed both of the swordsman's hands and said, "We should head for the feast." After that, when the swordsman woke up, he was tied up to the chair. In front of him were his 2 sons completely drowned in drugs. Now guess what Raoul is going to do here? He's about to cook. So, He went to the swordsman's youngest son and cut him piece by piece. Then, he cooks the son in front of his father and then forces him to eat. When he was about to do the same with elder son, the swordsman started crying, asking to at least let his son live. But Raoul reminds him that his mother asked him to spare the life of a little kid in the same way. But he didn't stop. In the end, Raoul kills him and completes the second act of his revenge. This is the kingdom's National Pharmaceutical Research Facility. But the researchers here are not sane people. This researcher Rene performs weird experiments on humans, mostly kids, to check how much a body can endure before dying or many other weird things. This guy Lucas is the military advisor. She gives Lucas some money to clear the bodies and other mess. One day, Research Institute supervisor Costa sent to Rene and asked her that they need immortal soldiers for the kingdom. She said she can't make immortal soldiers, but she can amplify soldiers' strength to thousands of times and make them explode after a certain amount of time to kill demons. For the test subjects, Costa's son Lumen went to hospital to get injured soldiers. He promised them that he has a drug that will heal them in no time. But when an innocent soldier went with him, Rene used them as test subjects to test her findings. After killing hundreds of innocent soldiers, they were successful in their berserker experiment. In the present, Raoul is here to start his third act of revenge. Inside the building, all of them were panicking and were scared because they knew they had done something to anger Raoul. Lucas, the military advisor, asked them what they have to him in the past, but they refused to answer. Suddenly, Raoul threw a skeleton at the window with a message. He said that whoever leaves this building before midnight will survive. Hearing the message, Lucas said that after the strongest swordsman, he's the only one who can fight Raoul. But first he wants to learn what they did to him to make him angry. So they revealed that they did the berserker experiment on young soldiers that were under Raoul's command. Suddenly, they remember that they have the drug that turns someone into a berserker in their laboratory. So they immediately went to retrieve the drug before Raoul got it. But when they reached the place, it was already gone. Seeing the situation, they tried to escape by jumping out from the window, but the building was blocked with the magic, so they were stuck with Raoul. Just look at this panel of vengeful ogre accompanied by the dead. He is walking in the building with a skeleton, throwing paper with the game rules everywhere. The game is whoever will leave this building will survive. When the game begins, he orders the skeleton to capture all the researchers alive. After gathering them, Raoul forced them to drink the berserker drug. After some time, all the researchers turned into monsters, and they were asking for water. After 15 minutes, all the berserkers self-destructed and died on the spot, while Raoul was laughing standing in the middle. With that, he sent a new message to the main culprits telling them whoever gets caught first will die first. Hearing the message, Rene said that they should move to the room where hero Raoul will not be able to find them. But before moving there, she asked them if they should have a cup of tea first. When they sat down to drink, Lucas asked Rene to exchange with her because there's a chance she has mixed a drug into this tea to turn them into monsters and make them fight against Raoul while saving herself. But she revealed that she hadn't mixed any drug in both of their cups, meaning the drug is only in the tea of Costa and his son. She did this because she has realized that the one standing in front of her is not Lucas, but Raoul. She found out about this because earlier, Lucas said that Raoul follows a simple ruler, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But how does Lucas know about that rule of his? This made her sure that this isn't Lucas, but Raoul. In the end, Raoul finally revealed himself, asking her, was the hint too obvious? Rene didn't get scared. She is waiting for Costa and her son to be turned into a monster and fight against Raoul. But even after 1 minute, nothing happened. It turns out that Costa and his son are already dead, which means Rene has lost the game. After that, Raoul dragged Rene to the first floor and forced her to swim through all the dead berserkers on the ground. After swimming through a disgusting pool of monsters, she finally reaches the laboratory where the final experiment will happen. Seeing Rene so scared, Raoul asked her why she was scared. She is the one who killed thousands of people in the name of experiment before, and now she is getting scared after seeing some dead monsters. But Rene got up and said that she never killed anyone or performed any disgusting experiments. Hearing that answer, Raoul put his hand on her hand and made her go through all the pain that she caused to other in an instant. This broke her completely, and she immediately agreed that she did perform experiments. Rene immediately started pleading for mercy. She said that she was just following orders. She said that his young soldiers died because the neighboring village didn't give them water. If they drank the water, they would have turned back into normal humans. But Raoul already knows all this. So Rene said that he should be taking revenge on the villagers, not on her. Raoul said that he will take revenge on them, but now it's her turn. Starting now, Raoul will start his human experiment on the test subject Rene. He tied her up to the chair and chose a random drug. Then, he forced her to drink that complete bottle without wasting a drop. Immediately, her throat started burning and she started crying in pain. After some time, her skin starts turning dark because of the high temperature inside of her body. Raoul strengthened her organs so she wouldn't die early on, but she will feel pain. In the end, Raoul decided to let her drink the antidote. But she had to make the antidote herself in this messed up condition. As Rene is a very experienced researcher, she was able to make an antidote even in this condition. When she thought that she won and now she'll be free, Raoul destroyed her happiness, saying that it's time for round 2. With that, Raoul proceeds on forcing her to drink more than 42 drugs, each causing more pain than the previous one. In the end, she was able to survive for more than 17 hours of hell. Now it's time for the villagers who committed sin. Meanwhile, these two cute and little girls went to a random village and told the villagers that they got lost in the forest and wanted a place to stay for the night. Surprisingly, the villagers were really good. They welcomed both kids and also gave them high-quality food. But the dark reality of these villagers was shown when both girls went to sleep. Villagers strangled both of them to death and stole all of their stuff. Next day, the same girl who they killed last night appeared in front of the village gate and asked the villagers about her little sister. Seeing her, the villagers got really scared and couldn't believe their eyes. It turns out that it was Raoul, and he is here for the 4th act of revenge. At first, villagers weren't able to tell who this person was. So, Raoul asked them if they hadn't heard the news of a hero going around the world exterminating real demons. Hearing that, the village chief asked him what they had done to make him angry. So Raoul uses his magic to remind them what they did. One day when Raoul arrived at a random village, it was completely destroyed by demons. When a demon was about to kill the kids that were left, Raoul arrived there and saved them. Raoul gave them his dagger and asked them to become soldiers if they want to protect their loved ones. After some years, those kids with more kids from other villages got together to be under Raoul and fight against demons. These young soldiers' mission was just to transport goods to Raoul to repay him for saving them from slums. But in the midway, they were stopped by Costa's son, who asked the kids to drink a drug because there's demons inside the forest from where they have to pass through. He said that this drug will help them fight against demons. But right after drinking the drug, all the kids turned into monsters. As they will turn back to humans after drinking water, in 15 minutes of becoming a monster, they started asking for water. They went to a nearby village after passing through the forest and asked for water. Even though they were strong enough to break the village's walls and get the water forcefully, innocent kids were so righteous that they didn't use force. Even in monster form, they controlled themselves and asked for water with respect. Innocent kids forced themselves to explain their situation. They told the villagers that they will turn back to humans if they just have a sip of water. But the villagers were worse than demons. They refused to hand over water without getting something in return. So they asked the innocent soldiers who have turned into monsters something valuable if they want water. In the end, 15 minutes passed, and all the kids died. But even when they were dying, they didn't use force or threaten the villagers for water. Even after seeing everything, the village chief refused to admit that they committed a crime. But Raoul has other ways to prove their crimes. In the crowd, there was a child holding a dagger. This is the same dagger that Raoul gave to a young kid after saving him. In the end, all the crimes that they have committed have been proved, and now it's time for their punishment. Hearing that, all the villagers started shouting that they were just following the chief's order and blah blah. But Raoul doesn't care. Crime is a crime, even if they were forced to do it or simply following orders. With that, Raoul uses his dark magic and takes all the villagers on a long walk. Villagers' legs are moving on their own with no control. After walking for whole days, villagers were very thirsty and were begging for water. Suddenly, they saw a village and thought that they would finally get to drink water. But in the next moment, they were back at the starting point. While the villagers were thirsty begging for water, Raoul took out a water bottle and drank in front of them. Seeing him drinking water, villagers begged him to at least give them one sip of water. This is the same line those innocent soldiers said when they were begging for water. With that, their journey started again. After some walking, a lady asked Raoul to at least let their children go. She asked him if he was heartless. Hearing that, Raoul reminded them that the young soldiers who came to them were also children. He reminded them that they saw them dying. Now, they'll see their own children suffer in the same way. So, Raoul uses his dark magic and turns the kids into the berserker monsters who beg for water. With that, the kids died and their journey began again. Meanwhile, in the Real village, the kids are actually safe. All of this is just an illusion created by Raoul to punish villagers. After some walking, Raoul changed the scenery into a burning desert. Because of extreme dehydration and heat, villagers' skin started to fall apart slowly. Seeing the situation, Raoul finally decided to end the punishment and threw them in front of a random village. Now they can ask for water and survive. This village name is Malka Village, and the villagers who are getting punished by Raoul, their village name was Nor Village. Seeing the people from Nor Village, Malka Village people immediately closed the doors, thinking that they might be enemies. When Malka people saw fellow humans asking for water, they decided to give them water and help them. But suddenly, Raoul turned into one of the villagers and started shouting. He loudly warned Malka Village people that if they don't give them water, they'll destroy their village and rob their everything. Hearing that, Malka Village people got angry and asked them why they were threatening them. So Nor Village Chief said that this guy is trying to kill them and asked for help. Seeing the condition of no village people, Malka Village people believed them and decided to help them. But then, Raoul used his message and took the ribbon from a lady. He threw this ribbon toward a man from Malka Village. When he saw the ribbon, he started crying because this ribbon is of his daughter who's been missing for 2 days. With this, Malka Village people were sure that these Nor Village people kidnapped their daughters and killed them. So, they started throwing rocks at them. In the end, all the village people died without getting a sip of water until the end. In the pile of dead bodies, the village chief was still alive, asking for water. Raoul was standing in front of him with a water bottle and said, "How much will you be able to pay for this water?" Hearing those words, the village chief also died. Now the kids that were left in the village, it's their turn now. Raoul didn't kill them. He used his magic and sent them to a nearby village. Using magic, Raoul forced them to say that they wanted to become soldiers. With that, the 4th act of revenge is completed. Now it's time for the 5th act. The lead actresses for the 5th act are Sandra, the Kingdom Knight, and the Princess. Sandra is in very bad condition getting beaten by guards non-stop. But Raoul doesn't care. He will proceed with the revenge without stopping. Meanwhile, Victoria is getting mad because her soldiers still haven't found Raoul. After she learned about the death of some high-ranking people of the country, she remembered that Raoul has told her he'll come back when her face completely heals. In the meantime, Raoul is standing in front of Sandra, whose condition is really bad. So to talk to her properly, Raoul turned into Victoria and said that if she wants to reflect on hurting her princess, she has to do one thing. Sandra immediately agreed on doing whatever Princess wanted her. With that, Raoul gave her sword and her armor back, and also gave her instructions on what she has to do. It turns out that Raoul has ordered Sandra to kill soldiers in the castle. So, Sandra is now cutting the heads of any soldier she is ordered to in the name of Princess. In the next moment, Sandra reached the princess's throne room holding a freshly severed head. Seeing that, Victoria immediately ordered her people to capture Sandra. It turns out that Raoul told Sandra that in this castle, there are some soldiers who are directly under the king, and those king soldiers can get in the way of Victoria's progress of taking over the country. That's why Sandra is killing all the suspicious people. After reaching the princess's throne room, Sandra proudly announced that on the princess's order, she had wiped out all the king's aides. Hearing that, all the people who were present there started pointing their fingers at Victoria. As Sandra has now ruined the princess's status even more, she got really angry and attacked Sandra. But because Raoul has cast his magic on Sandra, Victoria's attack didn't reach her, and she got hit back in return. Because of that, Princess got even more angry and called Sandra evil. She announced in front of everyone that she is revoking Sandra's status as a knight. Then, Victoria ordered her people to throw Sandra inside the dungeon, and later she'll get executed. After taking care of Sandra, Victoria put on an evil smirk and thought that she'll be the one who'll be on the top in the end and will rule the kingdom as the very first queen. She knows that Raoul is watching her right now, but she's not scared. She thought that she had a saint under her who would purify Raoul's dark magic and defeat him. Seeing the princess laughing, the minister, who was standing right beside her throne, asked her why she was laughing. She answered that she is laughing thinking about the face that Raoul made after getting caught by her. With that, the minister also leave the room with an evil smirk. It turns out this person was not the minister, but Raoul. After some time, Sandra was put on the execution ground where she'll get executed in front of everyone. Soon, Victoria arrived on the stage to personally spectate her execution. She didn't come alone. She is here with Raoul's former teammates. Then, Victoria started shouting that Sandra is the one who falsely accused her in front of the village and also incurred the hero's wrath. Victoria accuses Sandra of setting a village on fire and burning everyone alive. When Sandra tried to say that the princess was the one who ordered her to do that, the princess hit her on the head, calling her traitor to the country. Hearing that, all the people started chanting to kill Sandra. Meanwhile, the princess was happy because people's opinions of her are shifting, and now people are calling Sandra a traitor instead of princess. After that, the execution started. All the people were ordered to throw stones at Sandra to execute her as painfully as possible. She was saying that she devoted her life to protect them, and everything she did was ordered by the princess. But people didn't listen. They were just here for fun. In the end, Princess ordered her soldiers to throw Sandra in the crowd of people. There, when Sandra was about to get graped by many people, Raoul arrived there. Seeing the situation, Raoul announces that to him, the princess here is the most evil. Raoul also announces to all the people that he knows it doesn't matter to them who is evil or who is good. They just want to enjoy purging someone. Raoul said to all the people that he still remembers that they were also gathered like this to purge him after he killed the demon kind and save them. But at that point, Raoul didn't know that demons are not the real evil, but the people who are here are. With that, Raoul decided to introduce the stars who will face punishment. The first traitor is Raoul's old teammate, Saint Christiana. Second traitor is also Raoul's old teammate, Archmage Wendel. And last but not least, Princess Victoria. Princess is not scared and said that this isn't an occasion where she will be a star. She announces that he'll be the one who'll become a star. But Raoul didn't pay any heed to her. He decided to reveal the story of all the traitors who are here one by one. The first person who will be exposed is Archmage Wendel. Raoul cast his magic and the story began. When Raoul was locked in the cell, the princess used to visit him often. One day, when she was with Raoul, Wendel arrived there. Raoul was really happy seeing his old teammate fine and asked him if he was getting threatened by someone. Before answering, Wendel first apologized to Raoul, saying that because of them, he is going through this torture. Then, he answered that he is getting threatened by Victoria. He revealed that Victoria has ordered Wendel and Saint Christiana to persuade him to become Victoria's manservant. Without thinking a moment, Raoul answered that he will happy sacrifice his body if it means saving his loved ones. Hearing that, Wendel started laughing with an evil smile. While laughing, Wendel called Raoul a fool and also said that he is not the world's strongest hero, but he's the world's strongest imbecile. In the end, Wendel revealed to Raoul that he doesn't have any comrades. His loved ones are either dead or betrayed him. Learning that even his trusted teammates have betrayed him, he started crying. But when the story was about to reach the climax, the story shifted to the present because Wendel doesn't want people to listen to more of his evil deeds. Even after listening to just half of the story, people started doubting if Wendel is really a hero who saved the world of another evil guy in the form of a hero. But before people started talking more about him, Wendel used his beautiful face and asked the people if they thought everything Raoul showed them was true. People answered that they'll never believe such things. So, Raoul just decided not to start the Wendel story again and save it for later. Now it's Saint Christina's turn. When Raoul was about to start the story, the saint said that she never betrayed hero Raoul. But Raoul shut her up and revealed that she is the reason for all the worst things that happened to him. The saint's story began just before the hero and his team was about to leave for Demon King subjugation. Before leaving, hero Raoul and his team came to meet Victoria to announce that they are going for final war. There, the saint notices that the princess gets excited every time she sees Raoul. So, the saint started manipulating Victoria. She talked to Victoria and said that the Lord has told the saint that Victoria and the hero are destined to be together. But because of Raoul gaining more and more public respect, he is changing the will of God. So, the saint told the princess that if she wants to make Raoul her personal plaything, she has to destroy his reputation. With that, Victoria decided to look into anyone who is involved with Raoul and execute them. Before the story progressed even more, Victoria started shouting and asked the hero to stop spouting nonsense. She immediately ordered the saint to kill hero Raoul using her holy powers. But the saint refused to obey her order, saying that she doesn't want to become a traitor. It turns out that the king has ordered to execute Victoria because she killed his people. This was the reason why Raoul ordered Sandra to kill those king aides back in the castle. Saint even has to prove that the king has ordered this because she has a message with the king's seal on it. Because of where the story is going, Victoria is getting mad. Now that the king himself has ordered the execution of Victoria, all the people who are under her don't have to obey her orders. When the princess reached the breaking point, she revealed that she had already killed all her siblings, so there's no other king's heir who will sit on his throne. So, the princess believes that there's no way the king ordered to execute her, the only legitimate heir who will inherit the throne. Hearing that, Raoul asked her to not worry about that, because the king has 3 illegitimate princes. With these words, Victoria has realized her situation. It turns out that the king long before was aware of the fact that Victoria is not suitable for the throne because of how she treats her people. So the king spread his seed and prepared a secret weapon to take down Victoria and completely destroy her. Now Victoria is all alone. Her people have finally learned the truth, and no one is ready to help. The real and ugly face of the princess is being broadcast to the whole kingdom thanks to Raoul's magic. Suddenly, some raised a voice and said, "Now, princesses have no one other than me." It turns out that Sandra is still alive and wants to protect the princess. When Raoul saw her, he used his magic and brought her to the stage. On the stage, Sandra got a sword with which she will pierce Victoria's heart. As Raoul has cast a magic on Victoria, which will not let her die no matter how much she gets injured or bleeds. When Sandra pierced her slowly, Victoria had to endure the pain without the relief of death. After completely piercing Victoria's heart, Sandra killed herself and said that she'll go first and wait for Victoria in hell. Even though from this panel it looks like Sandra is dead, she is not. She is feeling immense pain, but she can't die unless Raoul allows her to die. Then, Raoul takes Victoria dragging on the ground to the cliff while singing, "I will not let you die so easily." She is a bloody mess, but she can't die. On top of the cliff, Raoul set up the cross and tied her up to it. While Victoria tied up to the cross, Raoul cast a magic on her that will attract all kinds of small insects and animals to her. Those animals will come and eat her. Animals will gouge out her eyes. They will eat her flesh. They will enter inside her body and will eat her from inside. But even with all that, the princess will not die. She will feel pain with no relief of death for eternity. There are already some people here. And guess what? Even when Sandra cut down her head, she didn't die. She is also alive. That strongest swordsman from before is also alive. That researcher girl is also alive. These 3 people are alive, getting eaten by insects, and are feeling pain with no relief of death. With this, the 5th act of the revenge is complete. Now, the 6th act of revenge is about to begin. After taking care of the princess, Raoul went to the king. The king informed Raoul that there's someone who is pretending to be Raoul and is working with Raoul's former comrade, Wendel. Wendel and the impostor Raoul are working with a merchant who sells demon children to earn money. So, the king asked Raoul to take care of them. With that, Raoul decided to go teach a lesson to Wendel and that merchant. Before leaving, Raoul asked the king to not think that he is doing that because the king asked him to do so. Raoul is doing this because he was planning to do it from the start. Meanwhile, at a detention camp, impostor Raoul is looking after many demon kids who are locked in a cell. This guy is a merchant whose name is Kramen and is also a pervert. Kramen releases his lust on all these innocent demon children. Kramen gets relieved by beating these children as brutally as possible. Seeing the kids getting beaten brutally, impostor Raoul couldn't watch it anymore. He ran to the restroom and threw up. Right then, the real Raoul appeared behind the impostor Raoul and said hello. Immediately, Raoul captured the fake and asked him the reason for imitating his face. Fake Raoul revealed that he just wanted money. That's why he's working with Wendel and Kramen by threatening them using Raoul's face. But Raoul didn't believe it. Raoul knows that the fake is here not for money, but for revenge. So, Raoul uses his magic and immediately reveals the real person who is imitating him. The real one is a girl named Ada. Raoul knows that Ada helped some demon children run away from this while Kramen was smuggling. By doing that, Ada has revealed the location of Wendel, which means that she was hoping for Raoul to come here and prepare revenge that Ada wanted. So, Ada decided to reveal her real story and on whom she wanted revenge. After the Demon Kings subjugated, a guy named Charles, who worked as Kramen's accountant, found something abnormal in Kramen's funds. So, he started investigating what is going on behind the scenes, and as Kramen is making such a large amount of money. One day, he saw Kramen in a room with a group of demon slaves. Charles was hiding behind the wall to see what was going on. Inside the room, Kramen removed his clothes and did bad things to demon kids. When Kramen left after completing his work, Charles entered the room. He saw all the demons who were fine and alive before had died brutally. While checking the kids, Charles finds one who was actually alive. He immediately took that demon girl to the healer and got her treated. The demon girl is alive, but she still hasn't woken up. After that, Charles took that demon girl home and showed her condition to his wife. Now, Charles has decided to report all this to the government and stop Kramen's illegal activities. Before leaving, he said goodbye to his wife and his little and cute daughter named Ada. While Charles was heading for the capital, he was attacked by some mercenaries who were here on the order of Kramen. It turns out that Kramen people saw Charles carrying a demon child who was supposed to be the Kramen slave. So, now Kramen has ordered his underlings to bring Charles to him by dragging him alive. To do that, they tied him up and then attached a rope to the horse. Then, they rode the horse to Kramen while Charles was getting dragged alive. As time went by, Charles was getting really injured and eventually his body started falling apart. Next day, Charles's family received a package. When they checked it, they saw Charles who was chopped into many pieces and packed in a small box. When their family saw that, they were devastated and broken. With that, the story ended and now Raoul has decided to help her take revenge on Kramen. But in return, she has to help him take revenge on Wendel. When Ada asked him what she can do to help Raoul fight against that strong Wendel, Raoul said that he knows his weakness. Raoul revealed that Wendel is weak in the mind, and any mental attack can destroy him. Suddenly, Raoul stabbed Ada with a knife. After she fell on the ground, she woke up inside Raoul's body. Now, Ada is controlling Raoul's body, but Raoul is also there. He can talk to her from inside the body and help her take revenge. Raoul gave Ada full permission to use his body, however, she wants to take her revenge. This means she can use Raoul's power, which makes her stronger than anyone. With that, the sixth act of revenge is about to begin. In the basement, many demon slaves are being transported to smuggle. They're not just getting smuggled. If someone shows even a little weakness, guards will beat them brutally. While guards were beating the kids, Raoul and Ada arrived there. Raoul asked Ada to kill all the guards here and save the demon kids. So, she did just that and killed all the guards in front of the demons. Then, Raoul asked Ada to explain the situation to everyone, but she can't think straight because of killing this many guards. So, Raoul switched with her and told the kids that they are now free. But the kids are still scared because they saw Raoul working with Kramen and Wendel, so they can't believe him. So, Raoul asked the demons to follow him, and she'll help them get their revenge on Kramen and Wendel. After giving the proper speech, all the kids started chanting to kill Kramen and Wendel. Afterwards, they went to different places and freed demon slaves from all the places until they eventually found Kramen and Wendel. Seeing Raoul, Wendel started laughing because he still thinks that the Raoul that is standing in front of him is just an impostor. So to prove himself, Raoul uses a little bit of his power. This made Wendel sure that the one who is standing in front of him is not an impostor, but real Raoul. The story of Raoul and Wendel began when Raoul was just a kid. At the academy, Raoul and Wendel became best friends and eventually formed apart. Wendel was like a brother to Raoul. Raoul also introduced Wendel to his sister. Raoul's sister took care of Wendel like her own brother. She fed him and asked him to always stay with Raoul, even though Wendel was acting good from the outside. From inside, he was planning many heinous things to do. From that point on, the saint also joined the team, and the friendship between Raoul and Wendel became even more strong. But now when Raoul remembers those moments, he calls himself a fool and has learned that if you are too kind, you will be exploited. When they successfully subjugated the Demon King, Wendel decided to start a real performance. The next day, when Raoul came back to his village, he saw all the villagers, including children, dead on the ground. Before Raoul even mourned for them, Sandra arrived at the scene to arrest Raoul. She has also tied up Wendel, but that Wendel part is just an act to arrest Raoul. When Raoul starts saying that he's not the one who killed these villagers, Sandra presents two kids in front of Raoul. One kid has put a sword on the throat of the second kid, and both are crying asking for help. Sandra is controlling them with magic. She asked Raoul to not resist if he doesn't want those kids dead. While Raoul was struggling to stop all this, Wendel was trying to hold his laughter. Right then, Raoul tried to break out from their restraints to explain himself. But when he tried to do that, Sandra forced the kid, using her magic, to kill another kid. Seeing the scene, Raoul was about to kill all of them, but Sandra asked him to stay put if he didn't want Wendel to die. In the end, Raoul was imprisoned where he was forced to fulfill Victoria's dirty desire and satisfy her every single day. Even in the extreme torture, Raoul was thinking about Wendel, wondering if he's alright. Meanwhile, Wendel is enjoying his life like a king. After that, to make Raoul suffer even more, Wendel revealed to him that all his comrades have either betrayed him or are dead. In the end, Wendel also revealed to Raoul about how his sister got violated daily. He revealed that by the order of the princess, Raoul's sister was violated daily by many priests in the church. This was the point which made Raoul really angry, but he couldn't do anything because he was locked behind the chains. Back in the present, Raoul summoned both Wendel and Kramen in the Colosseum. The first one who will get punished is Kramen. In the spectator's seat, all the demon slaves are sitting who will witness firsthand how Kramen will get punished. After that, Raoul switched with Ada because Kramen is her target. First, Ada stripped the guy naked and then summoned some big brooms with spikes attached to them. She gave those brooms to demon kids and asked them to clean Kramen before starting the real show. As the spiky broom was dragged on Kramen, he felt extreme pain in every point of his body. After cleaning him, demon slaves asked her to castrate him. So to do that, she summoned a small pipe filled with spikes. She put that pipe on the Kramen's sensitive part and then shook it. This causes Kramen to beg for forgiveness and shout in pain. In the end, she cut his sensitive part, which killed the guy while experiencing immense pain. Now, it's Wendel's turn. Until now, Wendel was sitting in the spectator seat enjoying the show. He was sitting without caring because he thought that Raoul cannot exact revenge on him because he follows that eye for an eye rule. So, Raoul revealed that he doesn't follow that rule anymore because the hero Raoul that Wendel knows of is already dead. Now the Raoul that is standing in front of him is just an insane revenger. Seeing Wendel's face, Raoul started laughing because he can't believe that the one who is the king of betrayer actually believed that Raoul will follow his words. Hearing that, Wendel immediately used his magic and teleported himself in a forest to survive. But before he could even breathe once, Raoul broke the space and took him back to the Colosseum like an angel. To break Wendel mentally, Raoul has prepared an illusion that shows that many officials and Wendel's fangirls are watching him. They asked Wendel to fight against the hero and defeat him. But Wendel is no match for Raoul. So Raoul summoned a big broom with spikes and also stripped Wendel in front of everyone to start his revenge. Using his magic, Raoul froze Wendel in one place and then started cleaning him using the almighty spiky broom. After some cleaning, now it's time for Wendel to get castrated. Raoul summoned a monster holding a big scissors to cut Wendel's useless lump of meat off. To make the game interesting, Raoul summoned a bucket filled with dirtiest water ever. If Wendel's head stays outside of this bucket for even 3 seconds, he will die. After just some time, Raoul uses his magic to hold Wendel at one place. He said that he's getting bored and cut off Wendel's meat. In the end, he died while experiencing immense pain, or he thought so. In the next moment, Raoul woke up again completely fine. Wendel himself is really shocked because all the pain he went through is real. So, Raoul reveals that it was just the first death. There's thousands more to come. For the second round, Raoul summoned the same priest who used to violate his sister. The priest immediately grabbed and stripped him naked. Then, they put the big spiky stick in Wendel's hole. The stick was so big that it went in from behind and came out from the front. With this, Wendel has died 2 times. When Wendel came back to life a 3rd time, he asked Raoul what was going on. So Raoul revealed that all the pain, suffering, and death that he's experiencing is just a vision created by Raoul. Saying that, Raoul decided to continue to increase the number of deaths and fill up his record book. It turns out that everything that is happening to Wendel is just an illusion. Ada and all the demon slaves can't see what is going on. Wendel is just sitting in the middle of the Colosseum, crying and completely broke. So to show what is going on, Raoul gave the death record book to Ada. While Ada was reading the book, the death count was increasing in real time. Suddenly, Wendel broke out of Raoul's illusion magic. Guess what? Wendel was still an illusion. Raoul just showed him the illusion of him breaking free from Raoul's illusion. Raoul will show him this illusion from time to time, so Wendel always has hope to get out of here alive. Like this, his hope of leaving alive will break again and again, and he'll fall in despair. For the 74th death, Raoul shows Wendel the illusion of being pregnant. Raoul's belly suddenly started expanding, and eventually, a monster-like child came out by piercing through Wendel's belly. At the death number 2643, Raoul shows Wendel an illusion where Kid Raoul appeared in front of Wendel, who moved his hand forward and said to Wendel with an evil smile, "Let's have fun together." After thousands of deaths, Raoul decided to take away Wendel and complete this round of revenge. As the revenge is now completed, Raoul separates himself from Ada. Immediately after getting separated, Ada attacked Raoul, saying that she'll get her revenge from Raoul. It turns out that the person who was with Raoul wasn't Ada, but the younger sister of the Demon King that Raoul and his team subjugated. After revealing her true form, Theodara revealed that she is here to get revenge for her brother's death. But Theodara is no match for Raoul. He immediately froze her at a place and told her that he could kill her ease, but he will not do that. He gave her two choices. One is to fight with Raoul to take her revenge. Second is she'll leave this place with her fellow demons, and with all the money that Kramen has earned by selling slaves. That money will be more than enough for her and her fellow demons. She decided to take the second choice after thinking about her fellow demons. Then, Raoul asked her what happened to Ada. So, after Charles died, his wife started investigating why and how he died. After some investigation, she learned that Charles died while freeing demon slaves from Kramen. She has also learned that there's one demon that survived, and that demon is entrusted to the village's healer by Charles. So, to fulfill Charles' will and save demon slaves from Kramen, the wife and Ada decided to go to the capital to report everything to the officials. For 1 week before leaving for the capital, Ada went to visit the demon that Charles saved daily. It turns out that the demon saved by Charles is the younger sister of the Demon King. At first, Theodara refused to become friends with the human. But when she learned that Ada's father was the one who saved her, Theodara decided to be friends with Ada and help her fulfill her dream. At the last day of the week, Ada's mother and her younger sister left, saying that she has promised to meet Wendel at a cabin near the capital. After some time, Ada and Theodara also left for the capital. On their way, some mercenaries found them and attacked them. To protect Ada, Theodara asked Ada to find a safe place, while she'll lure the mercenaries away from her. After some walking, Ada finds a small cabin. Outside of that cabin, Wendel was standing. When he saw Ada, he told her that her mother and younger sister had already arrived and were waiting inside the cabin. Before entering the cabin, she told Wendel that while she was coming here, some of Kramen's underlings found her. Wendel asked her to forget about that and rest inside the cabin. But when she opened the door, she was devastated to see the scene in front of her. When Ada and her family reported everything that Kramen did to demons to Wendel, he said that he'll take care of Kramen. That's why Ada and his family have trusted Wendel, thinking that he's a hero who will help them. But they didn't know that the one they are trusting is worse than demons. After some time, when Theodara came back to find Ada, she saw Wendel and Kramen together. Seeing them together, she immediately understands something bad has happened to Ada and her family. So when she entered the cabin to check on them, she found all of them dead on the ground. At that moment, Theodara got really angry and promised to herself that she'll take revenge. This was the reason why Theodara wanted revenge on Kramen and Wendel. With that, the sixth and the longest act of revenge until now is finished. Now it's time for the seventh act of revenge. The main star of this act is the saint. After taking care of Diddy and Wendel, Raoul went to the king and informed everything. Immediately after reporting, Raoul went to meet Christiana, who is currently locked up in the cell. Seeing Raoul, Christiana asked him why the king had imprisoned her. So, Raoul told her that he already knows how she used her holy magic to manipulate everyone. She was the one who manipulated the swordsman to become a demon. She was also the one who manipulated Wendel by saying things like she knows which kind of face he wants to see from Raoul. She said that anything he'll do is alright because it's what Lord desire. In the end, she also manipulated the princess to destroy Raoul's life. But Christiana said with a smile that she never did anything wrong. She said that she was just fulfilling Lord's wishes and offering salvation to everyone. When Raoul was about to leave, she asked him what kind of revenge he's planning to take from her. So, Raoul told her that he had planned an extensive date with her and asked her to just wait for it. The next, Christiana was summoned to a court because many people, who heard from Raoul that Christiana was manipulating her, filed many cases against her. So today she is presented in front of judges who will announce the final result, if she's a criminal or not. First witness who came forward was her own aunt. She said that Christiana brainwashed her own parent, which causes them commit suicide in a burning house. And while seeing her parents dying, Christiana just uttered one sentence happily, "You too must be glad, Father, mother. Witness 2 is a soldier. He said that his comrades were seduced by Christiana, which led his comrade to fight and kill each other like maniacs. Third witness was a priest who came forward and revealed that in the middle of a desert there was a country. The people of the country were really innocent until Christiana came there. With her whisper, she brainwashed all people, leading to the destruction of the whole country. Hearing that, Christiana just said that she did to give salvation to the country people. In the end, her reason for destroying hundreds of thousands of life was just that she wanted to bring salvation to all the people. And she said that she can happily die if it means atoning for other people's sins. While she was saying all that, Raoul was just sitting in the chair with a smile, witnessing everything. Right then, Christiana's lawyer with a pig-like face came out and started talking. First, he asked all 3 witnesses to provide solid evidence which should prove that Christiana committed a crime. As they don't have any solid evidence, they can't say anything. Next, he revealed that anyone who is inflicted with holy magic has magic scars left behind on their body. But after checking the bodies of that soldier's comrades, there were no magic scars on their bodies, which means Christiana didn't use any magic on them to seduce them. When all the people had nothing to say, the lawyer was thinking that these people are stupid because he knows that magic scars can easily be removed from the bodies. And here he is protecting and siding with Christiana because if he wins the case, he'll get to smash her. While he was dreaming about smashing her, Raoul spoke up and said that he's here to give testimony as the 4th witness. Before he started talking, he first went to the examiner who checked the magic scare on the victim's body and whispered something in his ears. And to prove that Saintess is really guilty and killed many people for no reason, Raoul immediately summoned a person on whom she has used her magic and manipulated. The person that appeared shocked everyone. Raoul has summoned the Princess Victoria. She is still getting eaten by insects and is still alive, enduring eternal pain. No one thought that princess was still alive. Even in such a bloody and messed up condition, the princess is still getting punished every second. Even though the princess is still alive, her condition is really bad, so she'll not be able to utter a single word. So to check if Christiana has really done something to the princess, the examiner came forward and checked the princess's body. After examining the body properly, he revealed that the princess really have magic scars on her. After saying that, the examiner revealed everything. He revealed that Christiana's lawyer has manipulated all the evidence and also removed the magic scars from the victim's body. Because of the magic that Raoul casted on the examiner, everything he is saying now is what Raoul wants him to say. Lawyer immediately thought that Raoul is the one controlling this examiner and called for another examiner to check if this examiner was being controlled by Raoul or not. But when the second examiner came, she was already under Raoul's control, so after checking the previous examiner, she said that he's not under Raoul's control. With that, more and more examiners were called to check, but all were under Raoul's control and said what he wanted them to say. In the end, Christiana was found guilty. Immediately, Lawyer went toward the calm and completely silent saintess. He started begging her to at least say something in her defense. But instead of defending herself, she whispered in Lawyer's ears. Without wasting a moment, Lawyer happily walked toward a window and jumped out of it. He died immediately after slamming into the ground. Seeing the scene, Judge immediately gave the order to punish the saintess by burning her to death. Few days later, she was tied up to the cross, and the cross was lit on fire. But while burning, saintess didn't cry in pain. She happily died thinking that she's atoning for other people's sins and bringing them salvation. In the end, only saintess's burned body was left behind on the cross. Beside the cross, Raoul was standing. He smirked and said that the real show is about to begin. After that, he took the cross with the saintess and dug it near the Princess Victoria's cross in the mountain. Suddenly, Raoul was pierced by an arrow straight to his heart. Behind him, Theodara came flying. She was the one who attacked Raoul, and she did this to get revenge for his brother, who was killed by Raoul. When Theodara landed beside Raoul, he was still alive. So to kill him completely, she first tied him to the cross, and then stabbed him with the knife. After 5 days, his lower half is completely gone, eaten by many beasts. In the next moment, Raoul woke up in the white world. This is the same world where Goddess of Love lives. Learning that Raoul had died and came here again, she immediately ran to him crying. Raoul noticed that her one arm is missing and asked her what happened to it. She revealed that previously when she sent him back to Earth, a part of her body was sacrificed to resurrect him. Raoul didn't care about her explanation. He grabbed her from the mouth and asked her to complete his one more wish. Goddess was so in love with Raoul that she immediately agreed. This time, she sacrificed one of her eye and summoned a carriage of hell. By riding this carriage, Raoul will be able to enter hell. First, he'll go to the Gate of Judgment. At this place, sins and good deeds of every person will be judged, and the one with the greater deeds will go to the land of the gods, or you can call it heaven. Some can go through the reincarnation gate to reincarnate, and the people with grave sins will enter hell. Raoul has asked for the ride to hell because his revenge will begin in hell. He immediately drove the carriage and found Saintess standing in the line of people who will be judged. Seeing him, Christiana was shocked and asked him who could kill him. So Raoul revealed that he died intentionally to fulfill the promise of a date that he made with her. Saying that, she gave her a seat in the carriage and went toward hell. When Raoul went toward the hell gate, Christiana refused to enter, saying that the goddess was waiting for her in heaven, so she must go there. Christiana said that only bad people go to hell. She still thinks that she has offered salvation to many people and saved them from hell, so she must go to heaven for her good deeds. So Raoul made a bet with her. He said that if the people who she thinks she offered salvation to are not in hell, he'll let her do whatever she wants with him. But if they are in hell, then she will have to use her holy magic to save them. Because Christiana also loves Raoul and wants to stay with him forever, she immediately accepted the bet. With that, Raoul and Christiana finally entered hell. Inside, there were many people getting burned in the lava, getting reborn and dying again and again. Seeing the scene, Raoul remembered that there were other young people in his party beside Wendel. At this point, Christiana wasn't at Raoul's party. Raoul and other young party members hunted monsters together. They were really happy until Christiana joined the party. Because of Christiana seducing them in the name of salvation, young members started losing their will one by one. Every single one of the 20 mercenaries left the party. Right then, Raoul and Christiana arrived at their first spot. This is the place where people who indulge in lust fall to and get punished. Christiana looked around in hope of not finding any familiar faces. But after just a second, her expression turned grave when she saw Raoul's old party member, to whom she had offered salvation, was getting punished in front of her. But she immediately calmed down and refused to believe that these are the people to whom she has offered salvation. It turns out that she can't properly remember these people's faces and think that they're not related to her. So, Raoul told her that they are here because of her, but she refused to believe it. So, Raoul showed her when he offered these people salvation and seduced them with her words. Because of that, they lusted over her and she let them enjoy themselves with her. Immediately after remembering them, she still refused to accept that it's her fault, saying that they are just people with similar faces. Even though her expression has changed from being happy to being concerned, she still thinks that her faith in salvation is not fake and will never waver by seeing the fake scene. So, Raoul took her to the next punishment spot. After getting through many punishment spots, they reached the punishment spot for greed. The people in this ground are forced to cross a burning bridge and then fall inside a lava pond, dying painfully. This time, 2 people were slowly trying to cross the bridge. When Christiana looked closely toward them, she was shocked. Her expressions completely changed and she slowly muttered that they are impostors. It turns out that the 2 people who are crossing the bridge now are her own parents. While crossing the bridge, if one stops midway, the monster sitting on the other side will hit them and throw them in the lava pond. After dying in the lava pond, they will just come back to life at the starting point and will have to go through the same pain again. The next time Christiana's parents started crossing the bridge, she ran toward them to stop them. Behind her, Raoul with an evil smirk reminded her that this is the result of her offering salvation to others, which means she has committed a grave sin and her destination is not heaven but hell. When Christiana's parents saw her, they got angry at her, saying that she tricked them. They shook her for some time and then fell into the lava pond while cursing her. Even after seeing everything, she still refused to believe it and called them impostors. She said that she is blessed by the goddess, so her salvation and faith can't be fake and lead the people to whom she offered salvation to hell. Hearing that, Raoul decided to show Christiana the goddess that has blessed. Raoul showed her the goddess of love, making an unsightly face. Seeing the goddess's face, Christiana couldn't believe her eyes. With that, Raoul proceeds on telling everything that this goddess has done for him, how many rules she has broken just for him. Hearing everything, Christiana said that such an unsightly woman can't be the one who blessed her. She raised her hand to use holy magic. As Raoul won the bet, she accepted her defeat and decided to use holy magic to save the people who are here in hell because of her. But her holy magic didn't work. It turns out that holy magic isn't usable in hell. Now that Christiana has called her own goddess an unsightly woman, she will be stripped off of her saintess title and will lose all of her holy magic. Raoul already knew this. He was just playing around to make Christiana utter bad words about her own goddess. In the end, she's now in hell with no way to get out. Now she'll suffer for eternity with the people who she has manipulated and killed under the reason of offering them salvation. All the people who was offered salvation by saintess, when they saw, started asking her to save them. Christiana still thinks that she'll go to heaven and is in hell just on a trip with Raul. So Raul revealed to her that she's bound to stay in hell with her followers. Since the moment she passed the gates of hell, she was already doomed to stay in hell. Many people grabbed her asking her for help, but she couldn't do anything. Seeing Raul sitting in the carriage, she started asking him for help. So Raul threw a chain down. He said that anyone who manages to climb this chain will be saved. Slowly, many people started climbing the chain. Even though Christiana was in the first place, many people grabbed her legs and pushed her down. She was angry and finally started showing her true face. Seeing Christiana showing her true face, Raul said that the saintess who used to talk about salvation is now in this sorry state. Hearing that, Christiana said that she doesn't care about salvation anymore and just wanted to be saved. She also confessed that she's saintess and couldn't care less about the goddess she believed in. Immediately when she said that, the chain broke and she, with all the other people, fell in the lava. Now she started burning with her other followers in the lava, but she'll not die. A big hand will pick her up, heal her, and then throw her back to the starting point. Like this, she'll come back to life and die again and again. In the end, Raul was about to leave saying that this date with Christiana was really great. Christiana started crying and made a really miserable face asking for help. But Raul couldn't care less about her and turned his back on her. When Raul tried to leave hell and reach the gates, he wasn't able to, because once a soul entered the hell, it was bound to stay there for eternity. Right then, the goddess arrived there. Raul immediately asked her the way to slay an immortal god. At first, she said that there's no way. But when Raul started showing his love to her, she was easily pinned down by Raul. He put his hand inside her chest and plucked out her heart. When he uses his magic on the heart, he learns that when he was about to die by the hands of Victoria, gods held a meeting and voted if they should save Raul the hero or not. From all the gods, the god who governs hell refused to help Raul. That's why now Raul wanted to kill that god, and he's his next target of revenge. After seeing what the governor of hell did, Raul decided to find a way to slay the god. After searching through goddesses' memories, he found a scythe which can kill a god. The scythe is stored in a treasury in heaven. Even though the goddess is completely dosed in love and unable to think straight, she still tried to stop Raul, saying that no human should get his hand on that item. Because Raul was treating her so poorly, she asked him why he's doing that. So Raul told her that the gods are also the target of his revenge. That's why he's treating her poorly. To make the goddess give him the scythe, Raul said that all the gods are his targets except her. She was so happy to hear that she immediately used her power and went back to get the scythe. While she went back to find the scythe, Raul went back to hell. When he reached the center of hell, some fallen angels came to him, saying that the governor of hell wanted to see him. When they forcefully tried to take Raul, with just a flick, Raul killed one of them. Seeing the death of a fallen angel, others tried to use force on Raul to take him to the governor. So, Raul killed one more with the flick and hopped onto the vehicle that they brought, but it was not comfortable. He said that he also wants to meet the governor and request them that they should improve their way of carrying him to the governor. When they refused, Raul killed one more fallen angel. Seeing Raul easily killing them, they started talking to each other, wondering if they should obey Raul or not. Fallen angels are scared because they might get killed by the governor for not fulfilling their duty properly. But they are also scared of Raul, as he can easily kill them. In the end, they decided to take Raul to the governor more gently. After some time, Raul was standing in front of the god of hell. Immediately, the wolf standing beside the god of hell started announcing all the sins that Raul had committed. When the god of hell was about to announce his punishment, the god of hell said that judging him immediately would be boring and decided to play a game. With the flick of a finger, everyone on whom Raul has taken his revenge appeared in front of him. The god of hell asked Raul to entertain him by playing with Raul's favorite deceased. Raul smirked and said, "You truly have bad taste." Subscribe to see the 9th act of Revenge.